This time we're going to go over project charter. Very key question they asked for. Create an initiation phase. The project charter is a brief formal document that outlines the project parameters. Yeah, okay. It basically just restated this. That's kind of funny. It helps team stakeholders and sponsor and PM agree on why the project matters and why it needs to happen. The project charter gives a brief overview of the engagement, and subsequent files will provide more in-depth information. For example, the charter shares high-level risks, and the risk register captures all risks and responses throughout the project. Benefits of project charter: clarifies the project's purpose and what stakeholders should expect. It also clarifies the PM's role and authority level. Clarity helps the team understand operating norms, and it helps you assume responsibility for the project. It also is a source of truth for the project and describes the vision and direction of the entire project. Throughout your project, you can review the charter to ensure that work aligns with the intent. Here are some tips. Use a template. Keep the document short and simple. Keep it simple. Use charts. Each element should be 3 sentences or less. Use clear, concise language. Make the most of the limited space available to you. Collaborate with team members to create a realistic timeline and risk assessment. Review the chart drafts with the project sponsor to ensure alignment before distributing the final product. So I guess one of the things you could do is you could put these charts, roadmap. That's what some people use. I even seen CD Projekt Red use a milestone. Not a milestone, it was actually just a roadmap, my bad. This is a milestone. Or a Gantt chart. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. And 3.2.5 will be the last one. I believe after that it's I'm going to stop for a day. Okay, here are the sections of that charter. It will include sections covering 4 general categories of information: general product info, project vision, organization, the people, and the implementation overview. General project information is the header of the center information used for administrative purposes. The project vision sections include the fields that build a business justification and set expectations for the project outcomes. The organization section describes the people and groups affected by the project. Finally, implementation overview includes factors that will affect the project during implementation, including budget, risks, and constraints. Every goals, organizational chart, or point, your timeline, roadmap, or Gantt chart, primary purpose of the charter or the project, and the scope, what's in or out. So what you're going to be working on, what's outside the scope. It's pretty simple. So for information, you have the name, description, version number, PM, and sponsor. For the vision, includes objectives, identify specific milestones or targets. The objectives should be clear, observable, and measurable. In other words, you should know when they have been met. Purpose, the business case for the project. List organizational priorities that this project will affect, such as strategic plans or enterprise level projects objectives. Preliminary scope, Set the project boundaries and clearly state what is in and out of the scope. List only high level deliverables in a section because you will find the content in the scope statement. Success criteria. Identify measures of success for the project. Usually you have to list time, cost, scope, quality constraints. However, the success criteria can include relevant factors. For example, a PM could measure team happiness and stakeholder satisfaction scores and success criteria if they wanted to increase focus in relationship building. Company promoting social initiatives might encourage teams to measure community impacts such as jobs created. Of course, expected benefits. The overview would be the stakeholders, customers or end users, project roles, and the team members in the project organization. This kind of looks like it's going through again, but it's also showing like what exact information is put on from these 5. Same for implementation. You have our timeline, milestones, the resources that are going to be used, risks, and the risk registry. Oh, it does not replace the risk register. Assumptions and constraints. List the assumptions and constraints that the project will operate within because it helps you manage expectations with a project sponsor and stakeholders. Assumptions and constraints are similar. They are both factors that will affect the project's plan, and they differ because constraints are known as truths. And assumptions are assumed to be true. You operate with constraints and assumptions all the time. For example, your line might go off at 6 a.m. This is a constraint because you know you will not sleep undisturbed past 6 a.m. You assume you will wake up at 6 because you believe you won't use the snooze button. This is an assumption. 6 a.m. alarm is nearly guaranteed to occur, but the snooze button might or might not happen. Budgets. Share anticipated project's cost. The charter doesn't need to include an entire budget. However, the total figure should be accurate enough that the project sponsor and stakeholders can make an informed decision. So if you want to continue on, I'll be doing more of these videos for the most part just so I could feel more engaged with this stuff. Sounds pretty boring so far. But I do want to apply myself at least, and making a video about it is definitely gonna make me put more effort into it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one.